What's up, guys? I wasn't gonna do this video blog today because if you guys can't tell, I'm fighting a little cold right now, but I wanted to get to this question. In the past couple months, I've been getting the same question over and over, and it's about how I became sponsored. As you guys know, I'm a sponsored athlete for BeSense, and for the past couple months now, and I've gotten the same question over and over. How did you become sponsored? And I'm just going to start, guys, from when I started pretty much Row Fitness to now, or to the point I did get sponsored. And it all starts when I was in the military. I was in the military in the Navy for 4 years, from 2008 to 2012. Stationed on the USS Ronald Reagan out in San Diego. And it all started pretty much around that time when I would exercise every day. I would always try to find time throughout watch and trying to sleep and us working all day, and I was always trying to find time to work out. And most of my friends that I've made there, they wanted to work out too, and a lot of them didn't have too much experience with working out and all that kind of stuff. And I started working out when I was about 16, so I joined the military when I was 19. So by then I was working out for a couple years, and I knew the basic stuff, and I would always have a workout routine that I would do, or that I would go, and I would always have a plan when I went to the gym. So there's 2 gyms on there, so we'd always find time to do something there. And so it was basically, I was trying to help those guys, and by helping them, it helped me learn and me grow and all this experience I had and all that kind of stuff. And it was just great to see all these guys grow, not only in the gym but outside the gym, just like in their lifestyle, and the self-confidence that grew, and this self-achievement that they had. And it was just awesome, and it was so inspiring to see that, and they were just so motivated, and it really motivated me to try to help more people. So when I got out of the military, I got out in November 2012, I basically started Row Fitness in 2013, July. I started my own website and Facebook page. This is how I started it. And throughout that time that I got out, those couple months between November and July, I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, how can I just reach more people? Because when I'm on the ship, there's like 5,000 people on an aircraft carrier that you can go and you can talk to about working out and all this stuff. And but when you're at home and you have all your other stuff going on, whether you're going to school or work, you don't have that kind of reach. So I started a website, rowfitness.com. I started a YouTube channel, and I started my Facebook page. And it was basically most of the questions I was always getting from being in the military, and when I got out of the military, was basically, how do you start a workout routine? So I started shooting workout videos and different exercises that people might not have seen, basic stuff, but outside the box stuff too. So you want to change it up, and I just wanted to see that growth in self-confidence and self-esteem and this self-achievement that all these guys that I've helped in the military, I wanted to see that in more people, because it was so awesome to see people grow from fitness. They grow their body, in the gym, but in their mind they had such self-confidence, and it was just awesome to me. So I wanted to see more people. I wanted to see that in more people. So I knew that through YouTube and Facebook and a website, and you could just search Row Fitness and it would come up. And I had my workout videos on there, but I also had a cookbook videos and video blogs, and where you can take any kind of recipe, you can make it healthy, you can make it taste good, and that would hit your nutrition right there. Check the box, nutrition. Go to the gym, check the box right there. It's just to show all these people these different things. It just gave me a like self-achievement, and it felt great to me. And throwing all these positive messages out, and to see all these people respond to it, like, wow, you really helped me get through this, man. I was going through a tough time, but you really helped me, and just inspiring and motivating people. And that's the kind of person I want to be. And that's the kind of person that you would want if you look at it as a supplement company or any kind of company. You do an interview. You interview somebody. Put yourself in the boss's shoes. You interview somebody. Most of you people might be the boss. So when you go to interview somebody, you don't pick some punk ass kid. You pick some person that's motivated and is positive. You don't just take some guy that's, yeah, he hates every day of his life, and that kind of person. You want to see somebody, we all don't have great days, but what really makes a champion is somebody that doesn't have a bad day, and the next day they stand back up and say, that's the past. You fall down today, you stand up tomorrow. That's how you have to live, and that's what I've wanted to see in all these people. Because everybody in the military, they don't always have a great day. They don't always like their job. But what makes that person great is that they bounce back from it. You fall down 7 times, you stand up 8. Y'all hear that. But when you do this, basically, I saw this a long time ago. Okay, that I had a goal that, I want to be a sponsored athlete. I want to reach thousands and millions of people in a positive way and help inspire and motivate them. Who doesn't want that? But what you have to see is that you have to spread this positive message. You have to make people see, hey man, this guy doesn't let anything get to him. Whether it be in school, at work, in your relationship, anything. You don't let it get to you. You might take some time to think about it, but you bounce back up. You learn from your mistakes. You don't just let a bad day make you feel like you have a bad life. All right, so when I started, I didn't know all this. I didn't say, oh, here's my plan. Here's the plan of action. I just took action. I didn't say, oh, I'm going to go about it this way. But I did. But I saw that, not everybody, you don't want, like I said before, you don't want to hire somebody that's just down in the dumps all the time. That every day, a lot of people don't like Mondays. But take Monday as a day to improve. It's another day to get better at whatever you're doing. It doesn't just have to be in fitness. So I took all this and I went and I created a website, Facebook page, social media stuff, Instagram, Twitter, and all these outlets where I could know that I could reach thousands of people. And it started out with a couple people, then maybe tens and then it's hundreds, and now it's thousands, and that's what you want to do. And I don't spread some bullshit either. You don't want to go on social media or anything and be that kind of person, because they're out there, those kinds of people that, man, they look great, they sound like a great person on the internet, but when you go and meet them, there's some kind of dumb, asshole. So you don't want to be fake, for one, and you want to be the kind of person that is a positive person. All right, like I said, not every day is gonna be great, but don't make that one day turn into days and weeks and months. So I made those social media outlets to spread a positive message, to show people how to exercise, to show people, proper nutrition, and answer questions that people have, and questions that I come up with myself, like, maybe people have the same question that I have, and I go and research it, and I'll tell you guys. You can see all this stuff on my YouTube channel. So I went on that, and now it's 2014. A couple months into it, I just created social media. I got myself out there, basically. In 2014, I was just sticking with it. I was like, man, I've gotten messages before, like, man, you really helped me get through this tough time. You really helped me start, a fitness program. And you really inspired me to eat healthier and to live a positive life. Because not everybody does that. So just all that feedback just inspired me even more to keep going and keep going. And by now, it's not even, I want to be a sponsored athlete. It's I want to help more people. And I want to inspire more people. I want to get a positive message out there, because I hate seeing people down in the dumps all the time. It rubs off on you. And if you want to be around, they say that, if you want to be successful, you have to surround yourself with the right people, you want to surround yourself with successful people. So you want to surround yourself with that kind of person. So in 2014, I saw that BSN was doing this BSN Army. And I've always taken BSN's products ever since I started working out when I was 16 years old. Always on that Synth6, I know Explode and everything. And I reached out to them, and they got back to me, and they really like a positive message. When it comes down to it, anybody can be in shape. Anybody can be ripped. You can get ripped abs. Anybody can do that. Anybody can get huge. All right, but what makes that person great is not only being in such awesome shape, but being able to share that. Being able to say, hey man, you should do this. You should get your goal, because they didn't just start working out. They had a goal. They might be dumber than a box of rocks, but they had a goal. And what makes that person is, like, I was in shape, but I like to spread positive vibes, if you will, and that's what people want to see. And when it comes down to it, guys, is, like I said before, if you're the CEO of some big company, what kind of person would you hire? And are you that person? Are you really that person? You might have some great resume, but when you go into an interview, you might see that this person isn't all they're talked up to be. So it starts with yourself, guys. You can't just say, you know what, I'm this positive person, I'm this, I want to motivate people, but do you really want to do that? And take it upon yourself to find that. Take a day to say, to look at yourself, really. Look in the mirror and say, what kind of person am I? And can I get better? And can I be more of who I want to be? And if you are that person, that's great. But if you're not, then maybe if this is something that you want to pursue, maybe you should change. I'm not saying that you should change. I'm not telling anybody to change. What I'm saying is, if you want to do this, if you want to reach a goal, are you that type of person are you a sponsored athlete? You should look yourself in the mirror and say, am I a sponsored athlete? Even if you're not a sponsored athlete, that's what I'm saying, is look at yourself and say, am I a sponsored athlete? Do I have all these characteristics? If you want to be a lawyer or a doctor, look at yourself in the mirror and say, am I a lawyer? And if that makes yourself laugh inside, then maybe you're not. If you want to be a doctor, you have to have a certain mindset, certain characteristics that make up all these people, right? So, are you a sponsored athlete? Look at yourself and say, am I this person? And maybe you need to tweak some things. Maybe you need to change. You might have to have a different outlook on life. And that's what I've really grown into, is I wasn't always a positive person. Who is? but I wanted to be. I wanted to spread a positive message. I wanted to help people. I wanted to motivate people. I was a shy kid when I was young, but I've realized that that's not me. You know, I want to reach out to people. I want to be like, hey man, get to the gym. You know, you have a goal, pursue that goal. Go to school. You know, do all these things. So 2014, I became sponsored by BSN, and it's just gone up from there. I've created an app that's on Google Play for Android and for iPhone, Apple Store. So it's on Google Play and the App Store. Check that out, guys. Cookbook sessions, recipes, 4-week workout programs, all updated monthly. Four new recipes updated monthly. 4-week workout program updated monthly. Email support on there. Links to my social media. That's just different things. I mean, I had a goal and I wanted to reach more people. So all these people have a smartphone. Everyone's got a smartphone. So you can download that whenever you want. You can go on that and you can. That's just going back to the basics and where I started. That just started me in the military. And now I've figured out how I can reach more people with it. So how did I become a sponsored athlete? I really looked at myself and said, you know, if this is something that I want to do, how can I do it? And I really looked deep down and say, am I that kind of person? And I get another question a lot is, you know, or not so much of a question, but a statement these people say. They say, man, when I get in really good shape, I want to do exactly what you're doing. And that just, like, I can't fathom that. Is why are you waiting for the perfect scenario? You're never going to have the perfect scenario. You're never going to have this perfect storm. Like it's time, baby, let's do it. You're never gonna have that. You might think you do, but you don't have all the pieces. So start where you are with what you have and go from there. You can only go up. If you're down one day or 2 days, don't make that a week's loss right there. Wake up every day. If it's not a good day, you know, I'm sick right now. It's hard for me. But I'm not going to let it get me down. I might have a bad day. Everyone has a bad day. You know, but you don't let that, you don't stay down. You don't stay down. And that's what I like to tell everybody. Is like, yes, you might be overweight, but you can change. Yes, you might have a bad attitude. You know, you might not be all you're talked up to be. You might not be the person you've always wanted to be, but you can be. So being a sponsored athlete, guys, you just want, that's really how you do it, guys. You take where you are, you say, hey, would I hire me? Basically. That's all you got to do, guys. That's my journey into becoming a sponsored athlete. If that's something you guys want to do, look at yourself and say, am I? Am I this? Am I that? You know, you might have to change some things like I said. But I've had a goal and reached that goal, and that's just proof to you guys. If I can do it, trust me, you can do it. Alright guys, thanks for watching.